Virgo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late August, moving into September 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as usual and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could test out the energy and see what's going on for the lovely Virgos in their season, might I add. Let's shuffle it up one time, my gods. Talk to me. What do we got? And yeah, we're just going to look at this first card super quick, then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you could lean in on. It's always very interesting. But let's get this card out here. What do we got for Virgo? And while we do, I would just like to offer you all a very happy birthday from me to you, since it is Virgo season, like I said. So I hope you're gearing up for a good one, if it hasn't passed already. Okay, so we do have this card that is linked to sleep. It could also be speaking about the imagination. It's kind of a deep card. It could be speaking about sleep issues and various other things as well. But we'll break that down. Before we do, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the August subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, I would like you to introduce yourself to the like button and become pen pals. You might be able to trade letters back and forth. That would be really cool. Into the reading we go. Enough of all the plugs here. If you look at this card, you see that person, they have their nightcap on. It looks like they're in PJs. There's nonsensical things happening all up in this card. There's dream catchers and mice dancing around. So this can be linked to your dreams. You might be having very vivid or odd dreams in this time. Spirit might be trying to send you messages through the dream state. But there are various other things that could be connected to either the mind or sleep here. Hopefully you're not having issues sleeping at night, a little bit of insomnia. Maybe you're not getting enough rest. This could be Spirit asking you to do so. All right, this is an interesting card and I always like it. It also tells me that your mind might be a little more creative than it usually is, so your creative juices could be flowing. I would say to capitalize on that. But we'll put that little sleepyhead down right there and we're going to get into tarot now. Let's see what's up. We're going to shuffle it up one time, get you 3 in the upright, then we'll intuitively clarify. So what's going on, my guides? What do we got for Virgo in their season here? So last week's reading was quite interesting. It was a little different than usual. It was titled Get Ready for It. And there was a big energy of anticipation, like something was imminent, something's coming in, get ready, prepare for it. Okay, so hopefully whatever has come in or out of your life has been more positive than negative. As you know, these readings are very fluid. Nothing's ever set in stone. So you just take this how it hits for you, okay? Because these energies could represent you or other people in your life. Let's get 3 out here. We're not going to over talk it too much. What do we got for Virgo in their birthday season? Interesting. The deck's being a little specific now. We're using the vice versa tarot. And I've been having a lot of fun using this deck. It's like very, very specific. Interesting. This card has been showing up for a lot of the signs. We have Judgment in position number 1. This might be the card of the week across the board. Now, I will say this, in position number 1, just like Capricorn, this is starting the reading off with a boom. A lot of big action. It's power. So let's get a couple more out here. What do we got for Virgo? Something might be changing. That is very transformative, cycle-based, change-based, all right? It could also be karmic. I will say that. Okay, yeah, we have the Queen of Swords, this energy of seriousness right here. She's another interesting aspect that we got going on. Let's get one more here. What do we got for Virgo, please? Thank you. Okay, you're going to have a bonus. We have the High Priestess here in the 3rd position. This is super intriguing. We have a lot of divine feminine connections showing up here, and there it is. We have the Hermit as the bonus. That is the card that represents your power as a Virgo. So yeah, as usual, this is going to be an interesting one. Let's go through real quick. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into those juicy intuitive messages. So position number 1, we have Judgment. Sure, this could speak about a time of decision, choices. You might be passing judgment literally with a card like this. But when I see this, it's, like I said, transformative, action-based, cycle-based, Plutonian in nature, where Spirit could be giving you a kick in the pants saying like, hey, get this going, get this moving here. So this could be some sort of imminent action like we saw last week. Judgment to me is super, super powerful. So this could be an important type of card, okay? Especially with what we have coming up next. We have 2 aspects of the divine feminine showing up here, one after another. And they're kind of opposite sides of the spectrum. So this could be interesting. You could be of two minds about something, or you're going back and forth. I was picking up other feelings like this in earth signs, but we have the Queen of Swords in the second position. Now, she is absolutely lovely. She can represent an older, stronger, feminine figure in your life. She could represent an air sign that you're connected to, doesn't matter male or female. But when I see the Queen of Swords, I think of someone that is honest, straightforward, shrewd. Okay, so this could speak about seriousness as well, like a mood of seriousness or a serious issue or something you might be taking seriously. The rough aspect of this Queen of Swords is somebody that could be a little emotionally cold, emotionally cut off. So that's an energy we might have to look out for, especially with the High Priestess in the spread as well, because her dark side could be somebody that's emotionally cut off or severed. Now, the High Priestess, the matron of psychics, intuitives, tarot readers, all the spooky stuff we like. You notice her, she's between Boaz and Jachin. She has the black and white checkered floor. Speaking of duality, she is in the center, that place of balance. This is a beautifully spiritual type of card. It can also connect to those psychic or dream sleep states, the astral realm and plane. So it's interesting that we have this. Now, aside from sacred knowledge, aside from wisdom, because that's what she could represent as well, she's a big card of intuition. Your gut might be telling you something or trying to tell you something, trying to lead you in a specific direction, very spiritual. But like I said, the dark side of her, aside from the intuition and all the other stuff we're speaking about, she is a little bit mysterious, and she could be somebody zipping their lips about something. On to the bonus, which is just, once again, another footnote. We're not going to clarify this. We have your power card. So this could be you pulling yourself up by your bootstraps, knowing what makes you a unique and beautiful individual in person. This is you stepping into your power. It's very wise. So we have a lot of cards of wisdom, especially with the Queen of Swords. Although she's serious, she's wise. High Priestess, Hermit, there's a lot of wisdom here. Okay, so let's dive deeper on all this. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for the Virgos. My guides, talk to me. Definitely a layered one this week, my friends. So let's see what's up. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on Judgment. And as always, please feel free to play along. If you know how to read tarot, you could, if you're feeling any messages off this spread, you could drop it down in the comments. I don't mind. Let's go in on Judgment here. Why is Judgment in the mix? Thank you. All right, yeah, there is something that you should have been changed already here. We have the Chariot, but it's showing up in the reverse. So like I said, and once again, I'm using the vice versa tarot. So it has like the front end, it has the back end, and the back end usually represents reverse. Now, some of you might have a Cancer or Cancerian you're dealing with. We are picking up water sign vibes here. But when I get the Chariot in reverse under Judgment, this could be one, either you ignoring your intuition or ignoring the signs from spirit. So there might be very powerful omens at play, number signs, synchronicities, dreams that spirit's trying to guide you with. But this is very back and forth. Like, should I stay? Should I go? Should I do this? Should I not? A lot of you could be in that mode. Or there's something in your life that you should have already done. That's kind of what I was first picking up. Like with Judgment, Chariot in reverse, like, no, this should have already been taken care of. Or there's someone you're connected to, they already should handle business here. All right, so do with that what you will. We're going to keep it moving, but it can mean various different things. Like this is an action or something that should have already been handled. So let's go in on this Queen of Swords, see what she could be about. And we'll get over to that High Priestess. Very interesting one this week, my friends. Why is the Queen of Swords here? Yeah, Nine of Swords. Yeah, someone very stressed out and nervous. This could be somebody like shutting down emotionally because they don't want to get duped or tricked. This is giving me odd feelings as well. Like, beware of your mental state. If this isn't you, there could be someone you're connected to that is very high strung and nervous right now. If you're dealing with an individual that's always cold or they seem cold and calculated, they might be paranoid. All right, I'm picking up those vibes here with like the Nine of Swords, the Queen of Swords. And once again, the Nine of Swords is another card of sleep. So we're getting this vibe, this tone here that there's somebody that's having real issues in the realm of sleep, or getting proper rest, all right? Like, we're getting it here all throughout this reading. So there might be someone you're connected to that can't rest, can't sleep for whatever reason. But I'm getting the vibe of someone very much on edge, nervous, or even paranoid here. So watch out. And like I said, this could be a serious situation or issue as well, aside from those other messages I said, because if we have the stress of the Nine of Swords, the seriousness of the Queen of Swords, there might be a serious issue or situation that someone's dealing with, and they're not dealing with it like the best, like it's really weighing on their mind. What's going on in the High Priestess? Then we'll do a quick recap before we get into the Shadow card. Very much high strung here. So why is the High Priestess here? And you know what? This isn't just a Virgo reading thing alone. A lot of people have been high strung in this week's readings. Yeah, and another card of sleep and rest. We have the Four of Swords in the upright underneath this High Priestess, okay? A lot of you really need to start, if you don't already, you need to start implementing a meditation practice or getting in touch with your inner voice, okay? A lot of you know you might need a break from something, okay? You need to, like, take it easy. Watch out for yourself. Pardon me, this is a big card of self-healing, okay? Whether it's mentally, emotionally, physically. When I get the Four of Swords under the High Priestess, it's like you might already know that you need to take care of this issue that's been sticking around, okay? You need a break from something, okay? And there are those huge links to sleep, okay? Whether it's another person, whether it's you, whether it's the stress, paranoia, there is somebody that really needs to take a break, take a rest, okay? That's just the thread I've been seeing throughout the whole entire reading here. Okay, but you already know that. You know, I don't think I'm telling you something you don't already know, especially if this reading's hitting for you. But, you know, even if these things haven't come to pass yet, Virgo, just watch out. You might be a little more tense than usual this week. Let's go through and do a quick little recap before we get into the Shadow card. If you kindly look in the box, we got a lot going on here. Tons of things linked to the mind. But in position number one, we have Judgment with the Chariot showing up in reverse. You might be beefing with a Cancer or a Cancerian. But the first thing I was feeling here is there might be something that should have already been handled, okay? Or an action that should have already been taken. And you probably know what I mean when I say that. Another vibe here was somebody going back and forth, indecisive. Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I do this? Should I do that? So it might be someone you're connected to. Moving to the center, we have the Queen of Swords with the Nine of Swords, like I said. It could be a serious issue or a situation that somebody's dealing with, and it's very tense. You know, somebody's like racking their brain about it, but there could also be someone you're connected to that is extremely high stressed and wound tight here, okay? Even to the point of possible paranoia. So beware of that. Somebody needs a big rest, though, because the thread of sleep that we've been seeing through all these cards, on the back end, we have the High Priestess with the Four of Swords. Okay, you know what you need to take a break from in life. You know if you need healing. You know if it's inner healing, mental healing, physical healing. There's nothing wrong with taking a rest or a break every now and then, okay? That's a big vibe I was picking up here. But a lot of you might need to speak to your inner voice, implement a meditation schedule for real with all this stuff we're seeing. Let's get you one Shadow card. Please take a screenshot and look into these further. This is a heavy spread this week. Lots of things going on. So if you could pull more messages from this, please do. But let's get one Shadow card here. What's in the shadows for Virgo? What's going on for my friends? And yeah, I like to end off every reading with the Shadow card, okay? It's like us going within right at the very end. So we do have the Queen of Swords showing up once again, and I, like I said, I always find it interesting when she ties in the Shadow card to the whole reading. Now, the Queen of Swords could just be telling us that there's an older feminine figure that you might have left a scar on you. This could represent an air sign that might have left a scar on you in the past. But like I said, the dark side, the shadow side of her is somebody that is emotionally cold and cut off. So if there's another person that is like being extra or extremely cold to you in this time, I would keep your distance for sure. For some of you, you might have been just going through something that like got you so wound up that you're cutting yourself emotionally from something. But there is this tie here, and it is that seriousness that I was picking up in the spread itself. So Virgo, please do with that what you will. That's all I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the August subscriber surprise. For the August subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Tarot of Dreams. It's one of my favorites. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments which tarot suit you think is the most positive, whether it's Cups, Pentacles, Swords, Wands. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I'll announce the winners in my community tab. As usual, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.